Hello there YouTube people, this is Music for the Win. I'm bringing you a tutorial of how to host your own Bad Company 2 server using the Bad Company 2 Command Center and Procon. You're just a few clicks away from playing with your friends on your dream server with your best combinations of game modes and maps that you enjoy playing on, and it's easy to understand and actually practice. Alright, so here we go right now. Let's just get this thing started. First off, you need the server host file from the how to host video, but in case you don't have those, I'll just put them in the description. And even if you do have those, I recommend you just download these for just in case, since they're a bit newer. Now you also need a server options ini, which will be in here, of course. You can see right now the name is MDG, the admin password is 123, and the game clan slots are 32. These, of course, are just there to show you what to do or what to change when you want to change it. These will not be like so on my server if I do actually host on for permanent. So once you have that set up, you just start the Frost game main. And now we're waiting for a little message here. There we go. Main info server is now accepting players. So when that actually pops up down here, it means that your server is ready to go. Now you might think to yourself, well, the last time it was pretty hard to make my own server. This time it's not as hard. So let's go ahead and launch the Bad Company 2 Command Center. Boom. So I have this from past experiments, but I'll just delete it to show you how it's done. A new one, and there we go. Just click the plus here to add a new one. Let's call it MDG. Server your IP address. You have to use your internal IP. If you don't know how to find it, go to CMD, press enter, ipconfig, and then look for the one that's starting with these. Okay. If I show this in the video, some people might try to actually hack into my IP or whatnot. I don't know, but it's safe proof, so I'm not gonna show it, but let's just get to it. Server password I forgot to mention over here. This should be the same that you used in this server options ini. So in this case 123, and here it's 123 as well. So connect to it, and right now it's running. Let's just go to map options here, and we can pretty much see all the maps over here in the next level and such. This again is from past experiments. I was setting up some of them last night, and you can also make Rush, Conquest, Squad Rush, Squad Deathmatch, and mixed between Rush and Conquest. Okay. Please wait for loading the maps. So there you go. Now I have all the maps. Let's say we want the first map to be Oasis as it is, and the second map will be Atacama Desert on Conquest. Save it. And there we go. You can also make your own presets here, but I think that's still in the making, so experiment a bit, see if you can do it, see if you can't, and yeah. So the description is actually nothing, as we saw in the server options. The server name is MDG. The banner URL, this is pretty much when you're joining a server, there's these banners you might have noticed. There's the pixels and there's the size for it. I'm not going to show you how to make it to not prolong this video any further. Player limit again 32. Idle timeout is when people are not on the keyboard like AFK, and you want to kick them after 300 seconds. This is pretty much 5 minutes. You can make this shorter, but 5 minutes is good enough. Maybe 2 minutes and a half. Punkbuster and rank, these just leave them off. Alright, these are again set from the server options. Punkbuster is false, ranked is true. You can also make the ranked on false, but Punkbuster should always remain false. Profanity filter, this is anyone thinks himself to be a big badass and starts using cuss words. Just remove that for now. Game options. So this is pretty much where the magic happens. This is where you set up what your server will look like. So have hardcore or not, team auto balance or not, friendly fire, and you get the point of it. Now there's also a rank limit. So let's say you want to play on a server with newbies who are level up to 10. And there's some 50 level who may be or may not be boosted, but doesn't matter. They'll have all the weapons, all the gadgets, and all the advantages over you. You can set the rank limit to 10, let's say, and that'll pretty much make it 10th level to be the maximum. Anyone above 10 will be automatically kicked, and you should also include this into the name of the server here. Server name, just make sure it's like level 10 and below. But for now, we're just gonna leave it as such, and making him -1 really, just make it 50. But if you left it at -1, it will mean that the highest level does not have any cap, and anyone can join. Team killing and such is pretty much matters if you make your server hardcore or even enable friendly fire. So let's just save the settings as they are. Level variables. Okay, so here is where the server actually deduces what you want to do with it. You want more tickets, you have to add them in percent. So let's say 100 tickets will be 100%, 150 tickets will be 150. Bleed speed is how fast the tickets will actually bleed. So when one team controls that many flags, the team will bleed tickets, and you can pretty much set the speed to that. Vehicle spawn. Alright, now this is pretty much often abused in Conquest large maps, but you can make it be a default. Vehicle spawn rate, this pretty much means how fast the vehicles are going to spawn. Again, in percent, you can increase and decrease that based on what you want. And vehicles disabled, yeah, I guess you could do that if you don't really want to play vehicles, but again, you have to include it in the server name to not confuse people about it. Now also, other than that, you can pretty much have your level variables. Again, this is for the server in general, right? But let's say you want to play Rush on Oasis, as it is right here, or in general the game type Rush. So the Rush will have that many tickets, bleed, vehicle spawn, and etc. etc. Oasis, however, will have that many, blah blah blah, and Port Valdez will have that many. But we can also remove those. So let's say you want something like 100, 100, 100, but you want to remove them. You also have a clear like so, and you also have settings to save here as well. So let's just save these as they are, and chat moderation again. Player moderation level is Music for the Win. You can add yourself from here. Just add your name. My name is Music for the Win, and you add it like so, and you make yourself admin. Or if somebody is abusing the chat, calling everyone, bad words if you didn't disable it, or abusing the chat in general for spamming their own advertisements, you can pretty much make them mute it by adding their name here. That's pretty much how it works. The auto admin is still in the working, but pretty much the kill streak, the first final ace, I believe those work as well, and assassination. You can read more about those without me going into further detail. It's pretty much when you get more kills, should it show this is the first kill, the final kill, the best player. The assassination is a 1v1, which other players will not see, and in the end round, the one who's got the most kills wins. Wins honor, I guess, dignity, I don't know. Kit restrictions don't currently work, as you can see. I don't know why, but again, still in the working. Reserve slots, again, you can add yourself here. Music for the Win, just type it in here. Ban list, again, you can ban someone and make a reason for it. So when they join the server, it will say you are banned for, and the reason will be here. Punkbuster, we don't need that because the server currently doesn't use Punkbuster. Alright, let us just refresh down here, and okay, now the server kinda screwed up a bit. There we go. Next level will be Atacama Desert. You can also make this to run the next level, but so far it's gonna be Oasis. And there's currently no players over here. The dashboard is pretty much the in-game admins. Again, I've set myself to Music for the Win. You can change it over here. Kick ban reasons is pretty much I want to kick this person because of so, but I'm just gonna say like kick this one for a reason, let's say 1. You can also import and export permissions, server settings, and map list presets. You can also make the preferences in-game to different chat fonts. So let's just go into the game and show you that this actually works. This is the Nexus Switcher, by the way, made by the Nexus moderators. So if you actually own the legit game, I recommend you use this. It saves a lot of time and trouble. Alright, I'll see you in game. Okay, so now that we're in game, we should go to multiplayer server browser. And I made the audio login, so it's pretty much going to fill my account and password automatically. I'll just go to search. And if your server is empty, you should just uncheck this here. You should also make it ranked with... I'll just leave it. Oh, God damn it. There. Search. And Punkbuster is automatically disabled by the Nexus servers, but some servers have it. That much I can tell you. So there we go. MDG on Oasis, Rush, 0 out of 32 people. Let's just join the server to show you that it all works. And currently the server is just named MDG. No real description, no real anything in the server title, or even in description. Remember, we just left it blank. So here we go. Description is blank, the banner is blank, everything is blank. Right, so right now it's loading Rush on Oasis. The next map will be Atacama Desert, don't forget. This will all actually work just fine. You can also change how many rounds you want to play of each map from the command center. But for now, let's just load into the map. Okay, there we go. And you can spawn in this couple of seconds here. It will be default 20 or 15. I am not exactly sure, but it will be somewhere about that. This is pretty much when the first couple players join the game and they're all getting ready for the game, just so nobody can actually rush and take the chopper for themselves, let's say. Speaking of the chopper, and gas tanks. I love this game. Alright, so the server is currently empty. We can see invalid because I auto-logged in. They should really fix this, and that's not even Nexus' fault, that's just EA being lazy. So, let's go back to the desktop now. So that's pretty much how it is. You saw the server and all that. You can also see here in the logging. I didn't minimize to show you this, but only because I'm afraid that Fraps won't show it. But still, player music when joined and left. We spent a minute and a bit into the game, you can see. So yeah, you can also execute server commands here, such as let's say kick. Maybe such. Okay, no, never mind. I'm a bit stupid here. I forgot what this was for. Pretty much the console is again for kicking people and banning them and such, but the commands are not such. I will show you how to do that later in Procon. And speaking of later, later has actually come. Now let's actually change this to the Procon. So we'll just restart everything as it was never been. Let's go to the server host again. Leave that as it is. You don't have to change it for Procon. Just run this. And okay, info. Server is now accepting players from the plasma. There we go. Go into the Procon folder. Again, this will be in the description. And one more thing, you need the input 8 in here. Alright, so if you don't have it, you can actually drag it from here down here. And that's how you do it. Just Procon run it. We're waiting for the program to start. And there we go. So again, pretty much like the last time, you will have to create a connection here. You know, hostname, username, password. The password should be the one from the server options. Yappity yap yap. Let's just connect to this one since we already have it set up, and we're not gonna waste any more time. There we go. Now it's actually done. So you have to click your server after that. You can also go back from here. It's pretty much like a browser, I guess. But this one is a bit more hard to understand at first. But then again, this one actually seems to be more accessible after you understand what it is. So right now you can see the map is currently Oasis. Let's just zoom in a bit, and that's where we just were. Here's the chopper location, the buggies and all that. This is pretty much the Oasis map. And you can actually see the map from up here. I do believe that when there's people in here, you can actually see them playing. I'm not exactly sure because, again, this is just testing, but I don't really think this matters. So just leave it as it is. Chat again, display join leaving, enable scrolling, display kills and deaths. Let's just leave those to yes. And players, this will show all the players in the game. What's their ID, their tags, their name, squad kit, score, kills, deaths, kill death ratio, ping, and rank. You can also end the round customly from here, so you can pretty much make team 1 win or team 2 win. Don't do it though. Just like let's say that you want to change the map, or a lot of people are voting for it, but you didn't actually set up the plugin for voting the next map. Then you can do it, yes, but other than that, don't abuse it. Now going into the event here, you can see all the stuff, the plugins, the connections and such will be recorded in here. That actually includes people, I believe. Not exactly sure, I just believe it. Now when we go to the lists, you will actually see here the ban list. We currently have no banned people, but when we do, they will actually show up here, so you can actually unban them later. Map list, here we go, we currently have Oasis. This was, again, I was testing some, so let's just go back to this. And you can see there's no mixture here. There's no Russian conquest together, but I do believe it's possible. I will look into it and I'll try to update the description as soon as I can. But let's just remove this for now. Let's say we want to play Conquest on. Oh, we have to change the playlist now. There we go, Conquest. And the playlist will automatically be put like so. But let's say we just want to play one. So we'll go to Atacama Desert. We'll add it to just one round, and then we will have Harvest Day again, one round. And there we go. Now that's our map list currently. So you can also see refresh the map list, and it's pretty much here. Everything is saved. Reserve slots again. You can pretty much add slots. Let's just say I want to add Nomad 519. That's my friend. If he wants to have a reserve slot. Text chat moderation again. This is if you're gonna be an admin, normal, muted, or voice in the chat, so your messages will be scarier. Wow. Server name, again, this is based on the server options. It's MDG, description is blank, banner URL, again, you know what to do, just do it yourself if you want it. Configuration, here is where all the stuff comes in, Punkbuster, rank, profanity, and such. Yabbity yab yab. Admin password, 1 to 3. Gameplay. Hardcore, friendly fire, and all that stuff. I already explained this. No rank limit again, this is here, but just leave it to 50, whatever. Text chat moderation, this is pretty much who can chat, just leave it as it is again. Level variables, okay, here is where the ticket bleed and tickets come in. So if you're having problems understanding the Bad Company 2 command center, let's just run it one more time. Let's just connect to the server. So now we'll have actually 2 servers running under the same name. But what was it now? Just a second, there we go. So now you can see the start delay and such, they're all here. You can pretty much copy them off from here. And that's pretty much how it's done. You can also you can use those, but you can also change them. You'll probably find some presets on the internet. Vehicles disabled or not, again, this is pretty much down here. As you can see, it's actually in a game file, but this pretty much makes it easier to edit. Team killing, again, just leave disabled. Config generator, no. Plugins, basic map zone actions, basic in-game info, in-game admin, ping kicker, welcome messages. These are the ones I enabled. If you want to know more about them, you can pretty much read the description here, plugin settings from here. So let's say this one is the map zone actions, anti-camper for the snipers, protect attackers, protect the Vietnamese, the Russian army, or US army, depends on how the map is actually made to be. Accounting console, you don't really need these that much, but again, this is a console you can use it to issue commands down here. So let's just go back into the game one more time to show you that this is Oh Sham and No Wow. Or is it the other way around? Oh Wow, No Sham? I guess it is. I'll see you all in game in a second. Alright, here we are again into the game. Modification by Military Nexus. Let's just go to the server browser now. Let's just go to search. Sort of my ping, and there we go. MDG is on here on Oasis Rush. Again, no server description or banner were provided, but that pretty much can be said after you've had your server prepared and all of that. The friendly fire ranked and all of these options will actually be back once the server is fully loaded, so the next time we, let's say, change maps, it will show them properly, but not that you actually need them, because you pretty much know what you're going into when you're joining a server. Okay, let's just select this, let's say, and need 9891. There we go, welcome to the server. This is pretty much the automatic plugin for greeting the people. Again, let's just blow up the chopper, which I somehow missed. There we go. And that's pretty much how it is. Now, one more thing, I don't know if Fraps will actually capture this, but I'll tap out of the game. And I will just click the winning round to be the attackers. So they will actually win the game. There we go, your team just won. Again, this is just to show you the next map. I dare say that you will be in a lot of trouble if you use this in public servers. Just don't abuse your power. And all that good stuff, you know, just don't, please. There we go. You can see info at Atacama Desert Conquest. Just check something on the Procon again. That's a bit weird now. Oh god, it'll appear though these mixing of settings has actually gotten the map to be Atacama Desert, but the previous one was supposed to be Harvest Day. So, let me just see again if we So this is the next map, and then we go into the game, to the battle, and now let's see if we win the round. It should be technically Harvest Day. Yeah, my team lost. Big deal. And here we are now on Harvest Day. So as you saw just now, you could actually mess yourself up if you use both programs at the same time. I just did it for tutorial purposes, and I mean, it kind of worked, I guess. You can, like, let's say you can set your map list to squad, deathmatch, and then something like rush or conquest even, and mix them all together. But you can't do it in the ProCon server, at least not to my knowledge with all these commands I've currently seen. So I would just advise you, if you actually want to use a mixed game mode server, just just use both programs, kind of manage between them or something, and if not, just use ProCon or Bad Company to command center. As you can see, this is Harvest Day, and yippity ki yay. Now let's go back to the desktop, shall we? Alright, perfect. We got all of this set. So in case you didn't actually see it when in game and perhaps wasn't actually recording the without topping, this is how you win the game. Pretty much insta win button, but don't abuse it again. I'm just telling you don't, because otherwise the people are gonna hate you for it. I just use this to change the maps. That's pretty much my excuse, but don't use it in general. If we go to the console, there should be, not to the console really, but there should be events here, plugin enable, plugin add, player list. There we go. Major for join the server, swap from squad down to alpha and such. You can pretty much make all of that stuff here. You can see who's joining, who's leaving, and such. And that's pretty much how ProCon works. So let's just close it. Let's also close the server down. And that's pretty much been it, the tutorial. Once again, thanks for all of you who are actually watching the entire video, or for at least those of you who got into the end. Pretty much thank you once again. This has been inspired by the people's demands, and once again I did it on a tutorial on demand. So without further ado, I would just like to inform you I would like to do more tutorials for you in the future, but just please ask for possible stuff such as this or Age of Empires, but not, let's say, Black Ops 2 or Assassin's Creed 3. These cannot be played as of yet, and even when they were, they would probably have something with copyrights. My advice is just look up your methods your own way, and if you can, just come over to this channel and request a tutorial. If I can, I'll get it done. Just like with this one. Once again, thanks for watching this entire video. If you actually liked it, and if you have some problems, of course, make sure to post them in the description. Make sure your ports are forwarded. In other words, when you start the server host without the ProCon or Bad Company 2 command center, your server will be visible in the server browser. If they're not open, go on to portforward.com and see how you can open them depending on your router, since I can't really help you. My internet has not allowed me to touch those settings. So without further ado, again, this has been Easy for the Win. I'm out for now, and if you enjoyed this video, show it to your friends if they can host for you, or if you want to use it on a dedicated server that you bought, and etc. Have fun playing on your own server with your friends or even in public, and peace out. Later.